Kosmender. This is a very thrilling 5BC run through the Fatal Falls Dead Cells content, dressed as a snowman, using some fire and some ice. Enjoy. Welcome. I'm Kosmender with a scratchy voice, and we're about to play some 5BC Dead Cells to warm up, and then Medievalien. Goes into early access today on Steam. We'll be playing some nice runs, hopefully killing Gruul. What's up, Nate? What's up, Timogen? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, thank you. I'm sorry about the insomnia. I used to suffer from that, and it sucks. Yeah, so it got me thinking, Nate. I decided we would try out the Frosty outfit, and they do still let us have it, so that's good. I realized after I said that maybe I haven't even tried for a while. I think we're gonna go basic brute. Yeah. Boop. And we'll do probably like one run to get going. Just get my head in the games. And then we will get on over to Medievalien. Last time we played Medievalien, we had quite a good stretch of runs. It was like 3 just straight up wins. Very little, no downside. Hopefully we can emulate that today as well. Yeah, I'm a little worried about Frosty's big booty in the Fractured Shrines. Because it is just a slight bit harder to platform with him. It's not bad. Hey, cheese that we don't need. Lutamir, good to see you. Ooh. I gotta say, off-color Frostblast actually really appeals to me. In a weird way. We'll put that in there. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one, y'all. We're Frosty the Snowman, we got a Frosty Blast. Lutamir, good to see ya. I'm sorry, I am slow today. My brain knows that it's not the day off. Objectively. That doesn't change. I'm just in Thursday mode. I'm like, huh? Ooh, wrenching whip. Wrenching whip is one I can never quite put. That feels really weird to have that scroll of power that close to the shop, right? Indeed, spicy, quite spicy. All right, well, I'm letting the malaise get out of control. It doesn't matter. We'll be all right. I see that nice little oil nade over here, too. Buying it now. Wallington, what's up? How's it going? I don't know why I use that voice. All right, we've only got a little more for the kill streak. I think we've got it. Yeah, there we go. There's our kill streak. All right. Yes. Oh god. My Frosty blasting. All right, I will put that in the backpack just in the off chance I actually choose Porcupine. I don't often. That's the Brutality mutation that allows us to melee strike with the thing that's in our backpack if we have the mutation active and as we roll through people for a percentage of the damage. It's not the same outright as using the weapon in our hand, but it's better than not using it at all. Godslayer, what's up? Hello. How you doing? Indeed. Weapons of mass flatulation outside the Alchemic Carbine, which definitely fulfills that role. Not going to the Promenade. We're going to go Sewers route. Also, I would like to clear this malaise. You get a minor malaise heal from clearing it from an area, so when we're this close, better to go ahead and push through. Indeed. Not often that we get a Brutality Frost Blast, but since I'm a snowman, I figured, you know. Also, I mean, you know, it's the first area, so it's not like I handpicked these. They're from the tubes and then random drops. But our primary and our shield are both scaling with our primary stat. That's the big point. Yeah. Oh god, no! Whoa, they gave me generous delay on that. Are you dead yet? Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't expecting those. Luthamir. Nothing like a surprise iframe to really make one's day. You know what? We'll take a Barney for now. Yeah, the malaise is cleared. My cooldowns are real poopy right now, though. ATM, what's up? Nah, no worries about the wall of text. It is a surprise frame. So progressing ATM, first of all, sweet, well done on the progression you've experienced so far. It's really personal preference. So if you, I would always recommend trying, like, first of all, sorry. Hell yeah, unbeaten 1 BC. So 2 BC is where things really start to amp up these days, the way they've got it balanced. What is up, Tommy? How's it going? So I would strongly recommend like trying some 2 BC runs. And if it feels like, all right, that's too much, I would rather work on upgrading my legendary forge, unlocking some blueprints, you know, getting ability runes if you don't have all of those yet, flask upgrades if you haven't finished those yet, things like that. Or, so I preferred on my progression originally to just bang my head up against the next difficulty level, but that's definitely not everybody's preferred way. So it really depends on how it feels. But definitely like try some 2 BC. Enemies will hit really hard. You'll get fewer flask refills. It'll be a little rough, but I don't know what I want. I think I'm gonna go Gastro. So Frost Blast is one of those weapons where you can really learn, if you're using it as a primary, how to better use your Homunculus rune, the Booger Chain, because you can only do damage to people who aren't frozen with the Frost Blast. So it's nice to like bring them out of freeze with the H rune. Now, you know, your H rune's not always ready, so that's why it's good practice. Oh. Come up here. Come up here. Wow, simultaneous popping. Yeah, exactly. You can always dial it down. And you do get more cells on 2 BC, in addition to there like just being more enemies, and so more cells to get by killing. I think there's actually like a bonus to like where previously 1 cell would have dropped, it'll drop 2. And that bump in cell droppage rate, I think, also happens when you jump to 4 BC. So this is actually really destructive, kind of better than I thought it would be. We do have quite a bit of malaise though, so I'm kind of keen to remove this malaise as quickly as possible, as I always am, but even more so. Yeah. Mr. Stink, what's up? Good to see ya. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, we're so brutal. We're brutal. Snowman, bringing the frost. Indeed. Yeah, it's... Oh boy. Ah, not phaser. Not with this. I kind of like my range on the Frost Blast right now. I was going to say, little birdie, better get out of here. No bombs! Yep. I don't know why I thought I had so much time on those disgusting bombs. They're disgusting worm bombs. That's sleepy kosmender. If you find yourself like farming cells and stuff, ATM, I would also recommend, you mentioned finding yourself with tactics builds a lot. But in addition to maybe trying out different gear, feeling more comfortable, more or less with different things, which it's also worth noting, no shame in sticking to a loadout while you're working through the difficulties. There's all the time in the world to try out different stuff later. So, you know, you're certainly not losing any cosmic points by sticking to comfortable gear. But what I was going to say is if you always run shielded or always run shieldless, try the other side of the coin a little bit, because it's a great way to learn enemies more in a more detailed way. So like learning to parry an enemy and learning to fight them cursed are basically my two. That's the like really get to know them. Oh man, that amulet's beautiful. Hello! What's up, TFR? I'll take the Sasquatch portion of that greeting. I feel hairier than I am today. Alright, we've already got Gastro. That's worth 10% extra damage, despite the fact that Gastronomy is scaling with our survival stat, which is not our primary stat for this run. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, he was frozen, but he wasn't showing as frozen. Oh, he's becoming elite. Okay. I was gonna say, why was he was crouched, that scorpion, mid-transition to elite status. I was like, because of the malaise. I was like, wait, never seen that. You got bombs, I've got bombs, we've all got bombs, Mom. To be clear, that grenadier was not my mother. Groovy. Alright, well, 32 more for the kill streak. If there are that many enemies left, there probably are. Pretty crowded in the sewers. Not a lot of real estate, but there are a lot of enemies. It's often the case when there are so many airborne dudes around. Like drone enthusiasts. Yeah. Yeah, one Frost Blast mixed with the Sinew Slicer to unfreeze them. This is like just working. I got nothing bad to say about this loadout right now. Other than it makes my hands cold. Ah! Nah. I love a good syringe, but... Nah, right now. Because we've got such a good Frost Blast thing going, I would find myself probably just syringing through things instead of Frost Blasting them, so where's the fun in that? I mean, everywhere. Syringe is always fun, though. Alright, 16 more for the kill streak. Looking forward to that clearance message. Gotcha. Woo. Oh man, he's still mad about it. Alright. 5 more for the kill streak. 4. Ooh, that crossbow-matic is pretty, but it's not brutality. Suddenly 3 more kills to get the kill streak. Oh, shield bearers. You dorks. Oh, don't destroy that door, please. That's an important door. Better grenade? Victims burn when they die. That's a pretty good affix to have on an oil nades. It's also just generally an affix that I've been loving more lately. Just nice to have fire around. Any sorts. Unless it's like lava coming at me, but even that can be nice in the right circumstances. Oh, didn't even have time to fire your shot. Man, happy Thursday or Friday, y'all. Tomorrow, so today's going to be Death Elf to warm up, then we'll do Medivalian, which releases in early access on Steam today. Oh. Tomorrow, we're going to do Dead Cells, and then Stardew. Dream Shores Farm is now midsummer. I think we're like day 12, day 13 of summer, maybe? Get him, Sinew Slicer. Get them all. Deal with the dancer. Thank you. I like that cheese. Alright, Malay's cleared without too much of it. One second. Hey, Sammy, what's up? Okay. Have incense burning. I was making sure that I wasn't, like... I'm using a kind that's smokier than usual. Weirded me out. Trying to make sure the house is not on fire. It's not! Yay! How's it going, Sammy? Those pictures of Dante and Bullet are beautiful, by the way. Let's go ahead and eat that queso. Oh, shit. Oh, what an asshole. Alright, well, it was going to fill us up all the way, because we have Gastro, so it's a double heal. Maybe 30%, but now we're weakened. Whatever will we do? Be just fine, is the answer. Oh, nice. Good boy, Bullet. He's like, I'm just branching out. Sorry, I know that's not Bullet's voice. I can't do Alan Rickman. Sorry, that's Dante. God damn it. Bullet has a funny voice that I haven't heard that Luthamir is a big fan of. Also, I promise to remember the difference between pygmy goats and alpacas. I saw an alpaca in a show I was watching and I was like, oh. I hope that will be put on my gravestone, Sammy. We missed the guy in a way, and yet it's nice to have a break. I'm not really a farty guy, though. Most of the time. Alright. Oh. Let's see what's in here, just in case it's something sweet, like a fire nade. Basically anything that unfreezes people will be our friend right now, just because we're going to be freezing them and relying on them thawing before we can put extra damage on them. Yeah, Corrupted Prison, bring it. This is going to be kind of a weird loadout for Corrupted Prison. Very short range. And I don't like it when I do this to myself. I didn't go all the way for the teleporter, so I'm stuck, like, hoofing it back to the bus stop. And there's probably a teleporter, like, right here. No? Okay, they just want to make me work for it. Never mind. I rescind that self-criticism. Okay. All right, let's roll this thing. Just a little bit. I think disengagement is in order. And I, you know, Killer Instinct won't proc using Frost Blast because it's not a melee, so. Oh yeah, extra damage to bleed. Extra damage on rooted. Like that. We have a lot of bleed because we have Sinew Slicer in our loadout, so. Good stuff. And I'm kind of tossing around the idea of doing open wounds, so that would only proc on melees. We don't have a melee weapon right now equipped. However, ground pound counts as a melee, so we'd apply bleed with all ground pounds, and I start a lot of encounters with ground pound. This will work with Acrobata Pack quite nicely, because I am using a ranged weapon. Shit, yeah. Alright, well I know what our third mutation is then. If we can survive, let's survive. We can just shoot the Hokuto's bow with Acrobata Pack. It's glorious. He's burning. I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill him now. Okay, he was about to attack. Well, we're going to have random enemies spawning in. Alright, 2 more. Yeah! Alright. You can see that my heart stops with these curses these days. Again, somehow doing the Curse Swords runs actually makes me respect curses mid-regular run even more, instead of making me, like, more confident. I certainly know how to clear them better than I did before doing the no-hit stuff, but I've just come to have a great deal of respect for the danger that a curse brings. Alright. Just die. Oh god, he's frozen so he didn't catch his own axe. It's like when your skin is so cold and your axe body spray won't stay on Irma Slayer, but seeks rather deeply into your soul. Reminding you that if you're gonna party, you better smell good. I used to wear a lot of axe body spray. I don't anymore. Alright, extra damage. 10% still. For 5 in-game minutes. 30 seconds. Sorry, 300 seconds. that wouldn't add up. Yes! We've got extra jumps. This is gonna be a good run. That little Lancer almost got some, like, little dinky damage on me. Yeah, wouldn't trade this amulet, that's for sure. Ew. Often I find the safest way to deal with the orbiting spike balls is just wait for them to be in the damage spot, the spot you'd want to avoid, and roll through. That way you've got a full revolution before you have to deal with that spike again. Usually that's enough time. Sometimes it's not going to be enough. Alright, I'm not picking fight with random birds, that's for sure. Gotta go back to the Sinew Slicer. Dude, with this Hokuto's bow, when we get Acrobata Pack going, so the damage from the impact of the arrows from our Hokuto's bow, they will not do much damage, because that Acrobata Pack is going to scale with tactics. However, the Hokuto's mark will be, I think, fully applied. It's a secondary characteristic. Much like if you're using, if you have a cursed sword in your backpack, you're not a little bit cursed, you're dead if you get hit. Ask me how I learned that. Oh, shielded rats. You never want to see it. I like this loadout. This is weird. Our malaise is getting up there. It's a little slow going, but really it's not as slow as I would have expected if you'd asked me to imagine it. Here we go. Yes, didn't even get to deploy your super. Come down to my sinew slicer, yeah. Would that be a good name for a speakeasy? The sinew slicer? Maybe not. A little creepy, perhaps. People might think it's a human butcher shop, which, you know, if you're in an interspecies sci-fi scenario with lots of sentient beings, maybe a human butcher shop just means it's a butcher shop with, you know, food tailored to a human diet, but on Earth, I think it's safe to assume that there's some cannibalism happening. That's my assumption generally, though. Like, when I pick out a corner store and move into a new place, I'm like, huh, seems like some human cannibalism happening. Hey, Hyper, what's up? Good to see you. We are doing a warm-up run and then getting into trouble with some Medivalian. How you doing? Ludwig, what's up? The bucket of blood. They only serve grenadine drinks. Yes, I'd like a Shirley Temple. Please add 3 shots of Stoli in there. Like, what? That's intriguing. Good to see you, Hyper. My goodness. Also, Valheim looks sick. I talked to my brother about it. He played some. I know it's like hot right now, but that shit looks very cool. I had food. I knew I had some food. Let's go eat it. Also, if y'all don't know Hyper, get to know them. Also, Hyper, your Luthamir theme song was masterclass. Of an improv man, I respect that. As a Weird Al fan, I respect that. As your friend, I got goosebumps. Check out Hyper's channel, though. Dude's always doing cool shit. Playing cool shit. Valheim, Slashers Keep, 5BC Dead Cells. He makes mods for games. He is a mod here. I don't think he's a part of the mod squad. But that's just because McG wasn't casting. Am I mixing up Mod Squad with the newest Charlie Angels? No, there's an even more. There's a Kristen Stewart Charlie's Angels. Sorry, okay. Let me get out of movies that I don't know anything about. Yeah, that's the perfect way to word it, too. It brought me joy I didn't know I needed. It's like getting, I don't know, you just, like, eat. What's up, Jägermeister? He is modest. I've never been able to prove it, but I do think Hyper has a cyborg arm. So he might be a modded mod, but I'm not sure. He's real cagey about his enhancements. Alright, Acrobata Pack we go. It's a tactics mutation, but all we're using it for is to fire the Sokuto's bow. I'm so cagey, I'm about to join the UFC. Sorry, I guess that would be if you were octagonal. Yeah, enhancements. And we don't mean calf implants, although I doubt Hyper needs calf implants. Also, you shouldn't just watch him. You shouldn't just watch the stream because of his body. You should watch it because of his soul, and his mind, and his keyboard, and his mouse. Yeah, Hokuto's mark applied. Beautiful. And again, I think the Hokuto's mark itself is a binary proposition. They're either marked with it or not, and this mark is applying a shit ton more damage. He's also a modern man. My definition of modern man is you derive energy from paradox, and you can probably succinctly explain the difference between a condo and a townhome. I'm just saying random shit now. But for real, check out Hyper's channel. He's a good dude. It's a good channel. I'm moving slow over here. I should not be doing that. I should be moving quickly. A modern mod. I would just shorten that to Tripim, which means triple M. Okay, why are you not taking damage? You little weasel. That was directed at that dancer, not a chat, of course. Dude, I'm loving this loadout. It's a delight. Also, so this is the chill piano Pretzel Rock station. I'm loving it too, because I always want everything here to feel pretty much like a cross between a comfortable forest glade and a new age bookstore, with a side of like farts and Nickelodeon. A forest glade new age bookstore on Nickelodeon. How about that? Like maybe like a PG-18 version of Nickelodeon. I could sip from the flask and then buy a replacement to get this malaise down even further. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that worried about it. We're going to be just fine. $33 more for the kill streak. Also, I'm feeling the magic. Y'all feeling the magic? Here it comes, ready or not. Oh yeah. We'll leave it on for the duration of the ramparts, and then I'll switch it off. Not trying to make anybody dizzy or let the magic lose its charm. Man, Frostblast really is the ranged answer to the obstinate weirded warriors who refuse to get shot by stuff like quickbow, just regular like ranged projectiles. Okay, they'll just block forever. It's annoying. No! How did we get out of that force field? The world may never know. The world doesn't need to know. Nope, it's gonna be hard to take this amulet out of my hand. I just don't think I will. It's got 2 extra jumps, it's got 2 brutality, and I love it. I keep having my stomach jump because I think these are curses. I'm kind of glad they're not, frankly. This is like a chillin' run. Dude, this is cat jam worthy. I almost want to stop mid-malaise fighting and cat jam a little. Oh shit! Holy shit! We don't do that. We don't do that. Right back to the food shop, man. Holy shit, that's scary. Nah, we're okay. I'm gonna keep on fighting a little bit. I gotta get to a teleporter, basically. Malaise is too annoying. Alright. Holy moly. Mazzoli. Thank you, Quantum. Cat jamming for those who can't cat jam themselves. I knew that was coming. I thought I was gonna be quick enough to, like, swivel. I was not. Thought I could swivel and freeze. Which would be a very complicated dance. It'd be like the Dougie +5 to swivel and freeze. Not to be confused with the electric slide. Alright, free cheese. That's good. We'll use that for gastro. And that's up to 11. 11% extra damage for 5 in-game minutes. 300 seconds on the game timer. Is this the edge? That doesn't seem right at all. I guess we're going underground? Yeah. I love Jam Cat, but it's so high in sugar. Feels good to be back in the Frosty outfit. Man, this is just... I like this loadout. It's weird, but it's comfy. Comfy cozy. Yes. It's like someone just had a weird nightmare in Stranger Things, but woke up and there were donuts, and they're like, this makes it okay. Those hell beasts can't get me when I'm eating glazed. I really like donuts. I know I talk about pizza more than donuts, but... You gotta watch out when there's that much cat. That's a lot of litter box to clean. Don't become an elite. Alright, we may have the 21 necessary to get this kill streak. Yeah, I did not snack on anything before the stream today, which I usually don't, but more and more I notice it, and I'm like, oh, dude. Especially because chat often has delicious food, so that makes it tougher. You little bastard. So, he got me. I don't like that he keeps getting me. Those oven knights, now granted he's sped up because of the malaise, but I don't like that I keep taking oven knight damage, because that shit won't fly on a cursed run, that's for sure. Which, I mean, I would handle it differently if we were on one, but still. Still. The kosmender coach inside of me is like, Gentlemen? A win does not mean a perfectly played game. Yeah, malaise is cleared. Alright, well, we still have food on the ground, and I'm happy to spend it on healing, so. Dark Shade. Hello. Alright, let's eat this cheese. I was gonna say, it is up here, isn't it? Alright, well, manageable malaise, full health flask, full health. Nate. Hello. Concierge doesn't stand a chance. He also doesn't stand items in Chancery, which I still have no idea what it means. I know it's used in legal terms. Is that not the one you wanted? Well, if you had something and now you don't have enough Artavian gold for it, I'm happy to do it for free. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Concierge. This is gonna be a weird one too, because he's gonna be like taking a whole bunch of damage. Get me up. Ooh, cold hands. Ooh, cold hands. Sorry, I prefer cold hands to sweaty hands, although they're cold, sweaty hands. A glorious lie about Cosmandius the Great, little brother of Alexander the Great. That's an easy one. So, Cosmandius the Great spent a lot of time just leveling up in Macedonia. He wasn't actually allowed to take out, like, full contingents of troops, but he would just kind of, like, little, like, village areas that needed to be cleared out, where most of the, like, soldier and fighting folk had been taken care of. But the, you know, the remaining townspeople, they had to, like, get with the program, learn the new rules. Cosmandius always had to do that stuff. But he was really good at it and ended up doing the taxes. He was like, that's where H&R Block came from, is If you spell it in Greek, Cosmandius looks like H&R Block. Both the shape of the building and the words. That's right. Trust me, I've seen Gladiator. What's up, Darkshade? Yeah. All right, so we'll head into the Fractured Shrines, which is just a sliver. Just a little old sliver of Malaise, and nothing else to show anything bad. I kind of want this oil nade cooldown is way better than the cooldown for that cluster grenade, so I'm not going to argue with a good thing. Right now, things are burning, and oil's helping that, and far be it from me to question a machine that's working this well. That's why I love my car, Stanley. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take that. Makes the victim bleed. I'm melting. No, I'm not. I'm a snowman in concept, but I'm not made of snow. I'm all snot on the inside. I learned it from watching you. Me too, Zoom. Also, beautiful puppies in the Discord. Yeah, this one's getting... it's weird. But we have... what's up, Gamer Fridge? Indeed. And the magic's going back. Yeah, so... the Hokuto's bow is colorless. And we're using Acrobata Pack and it's working. Fractured Shrines have only been in the game in full release for like 2 weeks now. Part of the Fatal Falls DLC. Okay. Alrighty, good call, mate. Yeah, let's... yeah, that does a lot of damage. That makes sense. I think... so they go back and forth. I know the original release of Dead Cells had some performance issues on some of the consoles, Switch included. And then... they like tuned it up, smoothed it out, it was performing better, but it changes based on the update, and like new mobs will perform differently. Certain items are like stressful on the system, I think. Like, I know Giant Whistle has a tendency to break things and make them act up and be weird. So, all that to say, hopefully it will get improved again, back to be performing better on Switch, but I'm sorry that's happening now. So this is what I like to do. I like to clear up to the next teleporter. Not teleporter. To this landmass, which sometimes have a teleporter. But it's really about getting to the landmass itself. And here I am going to buy cough syrup. So that we don't have random enemies during all of our curse. We'll probably have it during the tail end of it, maybe. Getting jazzy. Our Gastro is doing 12% extra damage for 5 full in-game minutes, 300 in-game seconds on the timer. Oh yeah. Let's nab this curse. Hard to say, Gamer Fridge. Probably not, but any elite, really any enemy, if they hit you enough times, it can... I don't mean that to be like a sarcastic answer. Obviously, if they hit you enough to kill you, they'll kill you, but what I mean is... all enemies have that inside of them in Dead Cells for sure. But if you keep your head on a swivel, I think you'll be alright. Alright, let's clear this curse. My god. It's so stressful. Alright, we've got enemies. Oh, we got elites. Damn it. We're gonna try to avoid that elite, if at all possible. And I want that sinew slicer dead so he'll stop bombing it. And it appears he has. We're going up top. This could be dangerous. There could be cold-blooded guardians over there waiting to kill me. So I've got to be ready. Yeah, good. There's not one. Come on. All right. Okay, we have random enemies now. We've got a good place to fight them. We got some elevation to work with. I don't want to get too far away from my safe spots, because that is how we end up with one of these javelins from a cold-blooded warrior just finding us. Anyone else? Yes! Alright, that curse, we haven't died to it in a while. That's a jinx for the future, but it feels good now. Oh, yeah, no, the NPC green guy, no, he's just there to explain, to give you a clue that there's a ability rune in the sewers. He actually, well, spoilers, but you find that guy's dead body after you've done that part of the adventure. Come on, big fella. Yeah! Oh, you can do that anywhere. I would highly not recommend it. I think the dying and having to deal with that mistake is where most of the learning comes in. But yeah, no, you can basically nope out of dead cells quickly. Kind of like intentionally crash it right after you died, and that always works, but nah. Oh, I'm sorry, Luthamir. Alright, well, this isn't a consolation shout-out. It's a genuine shout-out, because Luthamir is a badass. God. Yeah, that disengagement, when I get truly one-shot, so like, I don't want to get hit, obviously, but especially in like the collector fight, there's a reason that shit exists, like disengagement and the one-hit protection. So when it's just, like, and my guy's spinning, I'm like, I mean, like, those are the deaths now in Dead Cells that make me, you know, like, cheater! The computer cheats! They're rare, but when they happen, yeah, that... Well, I appreciate the faith, Luthamir. I'm trying not to mess this run up, because it would be kind of bad to call it a warm-up and then, like, mess up. But check out Luthamir's channel, y'all. Seriously, he's a cool cat. He's got cool cats, Kiva and Baku. I think it's Kiva that we get to see on stream, and Baku's a little more shy, which kind of aligns with how my kitties are, where ladies are always showing off for the camera, and little fellas are nervous. Gamer Fridge, like, so, like, in Steam terms, yes, I have heard playing offline can interact in a funky way with save files, but no, there's no, like, co-op, there's no PvP, there's no... like me and Luthamir and Hyper can't have like the Three Musketeers running through the Fractured Shrines or anything. Although now that I've said that, Also, I need to become friends with y'all on Steam if that is okay with y'all. Luthamir and Hyper. I always forget. He's coming. He rallied. That guy's gonna come back, I think. Oh, I guess he died. Oh no! I already got the kill streak. I hate that power. With certain, depending on our weaponry, it can be really hard. So it seems easy to kill like a very low HP bug, to remove, you know, their laser thing that they're creating together. But it's sometimes, like there, depending on what gear we got, it's hard to find the space. And then once it's deployed, it moves quickly and moves independently of the purulent zombie who created it. I like this tune too. Miracle of Sound. It's a miracle. Okay. We got our kill streak and then lost it, but doesn't matter. We're all good, and we still have food we can buy. We're not gonna have to buy a flask, although I would probably buy one anyway. Reason being, I want to be really low malaise in the Undying Shores. I realized that teleporter was going to be way faster to get where I need to go. Ouch, that's gotta hurt, bruh. Oh, shit! I just like it when shit like that works out, huh? I will say, so I don't often use the backpack mutations that much. Acrobat pack, Porky pack, Armadillo pack. Yeah, no. But I can say that I always do superfluous flips because it looks cool and it feels cool. And now I have a reason to, because when I do a roll, which is a flip, but you know, whatever. That's what activates Acrobat Pack. So my flipping and flopping is doing work for me. Taylor the Taylor? Jonathan the Taylor Thomas? I would be pretty pleased with that. Although I just picturing a guy with giant scissors jumping around a room, I can imagine it would be very like Mega Man style boss that would scare the shit out of me. Okay, I've noticed that several times now, and that didn't used to happen. I've got sinew slicers just shooting through people, and that's fine. But it's one more of those instances like airborne enemies that get they're hiding in the ceiling, like a buzz cutter, a librarian. You've got things that would kill them, but they're protected because they're kind of in the foreground almost. That's how it feels when I've got dudes, you know, I've got people just tanking turret shots. It seems dirty. Ooh, that's pretty appealing. Yeah, that NPC has the like, hey, you guys remember the Incredible Hulk and Paul Bunyan and also the Iron Giant? They're all getting vasectomies today. From Taylor the Jonathan Taylor Thomas Taylor in Dead Cells. Point is, he's got big scissors, and I suspect he knows how to use them. Either that or he lied on his resume, which... That is my goal. It is a true fact that one of my favorite things about streaming is making Hyper go, what? Also, I'm getting hit again. That's not cool. I'm gonna buy the food, but... Yeah, the malaise is cleared. Yeah, I mean, well, he's still going to night school for dentistry, ocular dentistry. I was trying to give him a root canal, but the optic nerve kept getting in the way. Surely you understand. And that's how the gibbering prophet came to be. Alright, he was eating too many Rolos, not brushing that teeth before dinner. Ended up with the wrong ocular dentist. Sorry, that's me trying to be the gibbering prophet. Dude, you can tell how much I slow down after the malaise is cleared, because I'm like, oh, oh. Okay, groovy donkey. Back to the food shop. We're gonna sip to get our malaise down so Undying Shores won't have so many random enemies. There are already gonna be a lot of resurrected enemies because of the apostate elder guys, the little necromancers. Cheers. This is just coffee, but... Alright, let's party hardy in the Undying Shores, y'all. This seems like Stardew music. Sorry. We're farming tomorrow. We're doing some dead cells and then farming tomorrow. Dream Shores Farm. Oh my goodness, I got cold hands. Woo, my little finger pads are near numb over here. Alright, none of this can help. Thank you, Throdinand. What is up? Yeah, I like these mutations. Everything's been working. Oh. I like that freeze frame graphic for Undying Shores. The idea of the shipwrecks intrigued me. Yeah, it's the darkest dew. Do you do the darkest dew? Yes, gastro damage buffs up to 13%. For that reason, we'll save it now that we're at boss adjacent. We will wait to eat that until it's time to fight Scarecrow Man. Yeah, eventually it'll be all one game. And in that way, it will mimic the fact that we're basically a hive mind. From Galaga to Minesweeper to Dad's in the shower. I can never remember the name of that one, but there's one where you're like trying to make sure you're in the shower with the right dad. I think it's literally called Showers with Dad. Never played it, but it's a real game. Not sure how that one will fit in. Ooh, he almost punched me, and he punches hard. He's got a lantern that will smack me real far. Also, we have freezing rain in Central Texas today. I know it's really, really, really cold a lot of places right now. But for us, this is just surprisingly cold, even for February. You know, that seems like one of the most useless pressure plates ever. I do it just because it's there, but I really don't think we need to. Yeah. I feel like you could do some kind of like weird connection with the H rune, where I don't know what it would do to an enemy in Darkest Dungeon, but yeah, you attach your H rune. You have maybe health flask mechanic that's weird, where like you have some heals that are single use. Oh shit! Okay. I thought I was on the correct side of his center of mass for me to be behind him. Apparently not. No, it's still a risky move, but I thought I was down for it. And I was down for it, I just failed at it. Is that a curse? I felt real cursey over there. I felt an energy. Well, we're not gonna find a better Frost Blast? Oh god. Fighting the beheaded as a boss, I feel like I would just get H-runed to death somehow as punishment for all the times I've done that to monsters. Alright, come here, Sinew Slicer. Alright, well, it looks like kill streak is not going to be in the cards for me right now. That's okay. We've gotten it everywhere else. Also, our loadout is pretty well set. It's working well together. It's weird. I like it. We're not changing it. Love that cheese. Oh, didn't mean to eat it. Did not mean to eat that. Holy moly. Did not mean to eat that. I saw the scroll of power and had in my head queued up like, go up there and grab that. But I accidentally went up there and grabbed that as the wrong thing. Nice toss. Oh, don't blow up on me? Okay. Alright, we're not too far from clearing our curse, I don't think. Sorry, not curse. Our malaise infection for the stage. Still keeping an eye out for challenge rifts. I haven't seen any in a little bit. Doesn't mean there haven't been any. Just means I've messed up. If there have been. Dude, we've had good luck with dual color scrolls on this run. Now, 23 is not exactly like a spicy scroll count, but I think we'll get some more, and then it's a pretty high damage loadout overall. We're back up to 39. It's possible I could get the kill streak. I will probably mess it up again, but... Now with that attitude, you won't, Kosmender. I don't think so. Nay, I think I've always kind of skewed the impression I get from chat's questions about it are that I have always been kind of more likely than average to take starter gear to the end because I prioritize like what gear it is more than the item quality. Like I'm not like, ooh, super high quality nutcracker, goodbye impaler. I'm like, no, I just like impaler more. So even if it's bad, if it's like a weaker impaler, I'd rather have that than something else. I don't know. It's also, they all blend together. So having played so much of it along the way without breaks, it's hard for me to compare like the incremental progress of things like that. Because to me, it was all just like a blur happening at once, you know. One more kill for the kill streak. Hell yeah! But yeah, I do, like, if someone actually asked me to walk through how it felt in 1.4 before they took out all the curse chests, I'd be like, terrifying. Even when they took, you know, they quarantined arbiters in the, just the cavern. And then, even after they were gone, I mean, when you have 2 guaranteed curses in toxic sewers with a chance for a third, same rule for ancient, I think same rule for graveyard back then, slumbering sanctuary, that shit's terrifying. Just knowing you've got all of it. And you know, back then acceptance, because of all the curses, acceptance was really appealing. And they'd also not reworked it to make it less appealing yet back then, but in one way it's kind of cool for it to all be a contiguous experience. In another way, I kind of wish I could better identify with people who started at each spot. You know, like right now it's really weird. I know Flames was mentioning in chat, they'd moved up from 3 BC to 4 BC with the new malaise, having never messed with malaise before, and that's weird. Interesting. Yeah, I just don't... For whatever reason, if I've got a good loadout, I like to run with it. Even if it... Because they don't usually feel that weak to me. Usually the weakness when I'm like, whoa, I'm not doing anything to this guy. That's always kind of a surprise. I'm just like, oh man, what did they do to the giant's health? Or, you know, what happened to my scroll count this time? Alright, we're in good shape. It's time to fight the Scarecrow. It's gonna be a little weird with him being frozen and thawed and all that, but it'll be okay. We haven't lost to him in a very long time. I'd like to keep that streak going. Not that I'm like counting. My point just like, we have, by and large, made it over the hump of the difficulty that is fighting the Scarecrow. We usually find ourselves in this position with minimal melees and full health flask, which is nice. But the fight itself also has been going pretty well. Usually goes pretty well till it doesn't. We've had good luck with like few sips lately. Let's go. Oh, and that's the first one. God damn you. Oh, God. Oh, shit. He hit me really hard there. Oh, God, no. Yeah, I don't want to die to him. I really don't want to die to him. Because I started talking about how I haven't died to him. Ew. He's a feisty one. But we still have sips in the tank. I get panicked. Anytime he's underground and there are mushrooms on the ground, I am really bad at reading when he's going to toss them at me with his little golf swing. So I just freeze mentally. But the run is still well in hand. Still things to improve on in that fight for sure. Yeah, I was wondering if they've actually made changes. I do a bad job of noticing when they've sent out little hot fixes, but I assume part of that Scarecrow tankiness is that I know better moments. Like, I just know when my damage windows are, as opposed to just like running, and then looking up at his health and being like, holy shit, I haven't done anything. But I don't know. They may have actually changed it. Because those first few, there was a time I had like 27 tactics or something, and my health was still like down to 1, and Scarecrow's health was like barely moving. All right, we got money. Things are good. Extra. Like a backpack. Boom shakalaka. I'm stoked to do Medivalian after this. It's in early access now on Steam. It's gonna be cool. Sinew Slicer, I kind of just want to buy you. I'm gonna buy you. That's rare for me. I usually am not gonna like, when we're not lacking for damage, I'm not usually gonna go and like seek that out, but I do really like replacing gear with higher versions of the same gear. So that fit that bill. All right. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Indeed. Yep. That makes sense, Quantum. I find myself, so, real talk, Skull performs well. So, because I genuinely like the game, and because it performs well, usually, you know, that's one where I'm like, okay, Kosmender, so why are you not playing that? And the answer is, we will play more Skull on stream, but it's not going to be one of my staple games for that reason. For me, yeah, the lab gets frustrating, the Chimera gets frustrating, the stacked up hero fights get a little frustrating. The way I finally figured out an analogy. What's up, Amitzi? Good to see you. The analogy that finally clicked for me when I'm talking about elegant combat, manageable chaos versus just like chaotic chaos, it's this. Picture yourself climbing a rock face, and this is one of those, just like the boxing analogies. I don't box, I don't climb mountains, but it seems like an apt analogy. Picture yourself climbing a rock wall, like maybe even in a gym with those little fake rock walls. I think of the combat in roguelikes kind of scaled by like the distance between handholds. So like at what point am I like, oh shit, there's literally no handhold. The game laughs at me and says, yeah, you climbed the wrong way, you idiot. Dead Cells, in my opinion, there's almost always another one. Now, I may have to like leap and barely catch on like a quick time event in a Lara Croft game, but it's still there. It's possible if I'm playing at peak kosmender, there's always a way out. There's teensy tiny exceptions. Every game's gonna have some like, well, you don't, like the way you handle that is you don't let that happen. However, Dead Cells, Gungeon, Darkest Dungeon, they all fall into the category where I'm like, ooh, it's so tuned that it's so rare that the distance between those handholds means you just drop and fall off the cliff. Things like Children of Morta, Wizard of Legend, Hades, those fall into the category where I'm like, again, I'm climbing the mountain, I look for my next one and I'm like, oh shit, and they're like, yeah, and there's a dragon right here, so you can't even jump to the side. I'm like, oh, okay. Alright, well, whatever. We're gonna let him be, because he's not gonna leave his little post, I don't think. And yes, this Frost Blast I picked up kind of as for a giggle. Let me see. Little Nightmare 2. I've heard that name. I don't know from where. Is it like platforming stuff? Tell me, teach me, see. If you have time. I feel like at work or something, you're like, yeah, Kosmender. We don't all just sit in dark rooms playing video games all day. Oh, nice. Yeah, so kind of like atmospheric platformy puzzle. I loved Inside and Limbo. Dude, I have, for better or worse, I have reprogrammed my brain where I think of things in terms of Dead Cells. So if I'm like super stressed, I'm imagining myself as the beheaded, you know, like parrying shit. That's how like my mind pictures strife. I work through my shit as Dead Cells. Which, hey, on the one hand, that's really positive because most of the time I feel equipped to defeat my foes in Dead Cells. Yeah, I do get Dead Cells streams, and I get... Sometimes I just get the I can tell when I've overstimulated with action games because my brain... So I always have the effect after streams where I'm just like, everything's gamified. You know, I'm cooking dinner and I'm like, okay. I don't think of it necessarily this overtly, but on some level I'm like, all right, there's like 4 things left to chop. After we chop, then we're going to saute. Okay, so we get roughly this long till we eat, and then we've won cooking dinner. You know, things like that. Everything has become a set of loss and victory conditions. And that has its, you know, ups and downs as well. There's good sides to that and bad sides to that. But if I played too much action-y stuff, if it's all been Cuphead and Dead Cells and just like running, gunning, dodging, hitting, my mind gets caught in little loops where I'm just picturing, like, you know, I'm basically like dodging bullet hell, just kind of in my head, which, that's weird as hell. But it's fine. Oh wow, he's going after my sinew slicer. So here's one. There's absolutely an enormous chance that if I jumped up there with the Guardian Knight, when he was right over the ladder, it would have done enough damage instantly with my Frost Blast and everything else combined. He just would have died. However, if he hadn't died and I couldn't have dropped down quickly enough, then we would have gotten stuck in a whirlwind, full Dorothy style. Yup. Yup. I actually, when I think of that Mario puzzly stuff, like really puzzly stuff, where it's just like, you know, everything's an invisible platform. You thought you were gonna have platforms in this platformer? I would be bad at those puzzles, I think, because I was never good at them in the original, like, Mario series either. I just like did enough to beat them. Bloodrin, what's up? Hello. But yes, Qual, that is. So I vaguely know the patterns for the heroes, but I don't have a specific combo, but like that I'm dreading. But yeah, that kind of shit where, especially once they all get into the ultimate phases, everyone's trying to charge up their ultimate. The decision to let it happen, let them get their big attack, or to try, you know, our best to stop them by focus firing the one who's charging up, or maybe the multiples who are charging up. It just seems like, especially when you add in the extra randomness of which skulls you've taken as your loadout to those fights, it's just, yeah, it's, I mean, and again, I try to remember when I'm saying stuff like this that a lot of people feel that way about Dead Cells and have said that to me in chat, and I'm the guy who's like, oh, I beg to differ, because trust me, if you've played it all day, every day, in a dark room, all the time, then you could have avoided that, you know. I'm sure that happens for Skull, and there are people who'd be like, yeah, I mean, you just have to, like, dodge it quickly, be good at the game, do it 150 times before you can do it well, you know. But it doesn't feel like that one is worth that time to perfect to me, for, like, the way I want to spend my time, and the way I want to enjoy games. Oh my god. Nice, Sammy. Well, welcome back. I never wishlist anything. I think I've wishlisted like 1 or 2 games on Steam, only because this whole Metabalian thing has reminded me that, you know, that's kind of like following a streamer. If you're like wishlisting a game, it just looks good for the game and like helps, you know, helps promote the game to have more people having wishlisted it. But usually I'm just like a free radical. Oh, nice. You can become a marsupial in spirit to carry Dante around. Maybe Bullet. Bullet would probably want to be carried around. Instead of Sinew? Fire Nade? No. This loadout's been too weird, too good for too long. We got our kill streak, then I got banged up. It's okay. We got cheese that's uninfected. Got 2 of our 3 keys. We're good to go. It's true. It's probably good that Sammy missed that part. Down at the eyeball dentist. I've never met him, but I know Bullet and I would get along swimmingly. What's up, crazy derivative? No. I'm pretty sure you can get custom rune from the ramparts by killing an elite green zombie at the beginning of the stage on any difficulty, I think. I could be wrong about that because it's been forever since I've gotten that rune. And it's also, I think when I unlocked that rune, it was like a different setup altogether. Oh, snap. Gastro's doing 14% extra damage. Love it. Per piece of recycled food for 5 minutes, but that's long enough. Ah, thank you, Qual. I always forget the custom mode exists. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to discriminate across platforms. Blebrin! Hell yeah. Well done. Shit, yeah. Well done. Moving on up. Kicking those monster asses. I think our malaise has been removed. I could be misremembering that, but I think so these days, since there's an explorer's instinct that pops and a malaise cleared message that pops, I sometimes find myself mixing them up where I'm distracted, I'm looking at chat, I'm doing things, I'm thinking about the fighting, And then I look up and I'm like, wait, I thought I had no more of that. Yeah, okay, on Xbox then, chat can help me if I'm wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure you just go to the ramparts on any difficulty and you'll get the custom rune from an elite green zombie. Just the little leaping style guys. And it's not much of a fight. I think that's one where I think conceptually they decided they wanted to make it a rune. But it, like, some of the runes, the ability runes, like Spider Rune, that can be scary. I mean, it's happening in the Slumbering Sanctuary. That's later on in a run, you know, past the first boss, so it's... enemies are a little tougher. But I'm pretty sure most of the time the custom rune one, it's less about a fight and more about just like, technically, you won a fight and got this rune. Not trying to belittle winning that fight. I just mean, I think it's intentionally not a terribly brutal fight. Is that Serenade in a portrait? I like that. Easter eggs! I know a thing or two about eggs. Let's go eat this cheese. Egg. All right. Let's go kill this dude. I'm sorry, Crazy. Yeah, the game doesn't... I don't think it really gives you any hints, but there's kind of just a general underlying theme of if you want to stumble upon some of the things without being told, you know, going through each area that's available to you, you'll find some stuff naturally. Maybe the sinew slicer becomes a cleaver. Ketchurumps, hello. How's it going? Okay. Should be hitting them pretty hard. 28's not high, not low. Custom rune Ketterums, but we got derivative covered. Nice, Bloodrin. I like that enthusiasm. Let's go. Oh, God. I just missed that parry. Totally. If you use the command !hand, you will find a very nice clip that Qualentin clipped for us that is really illustrative of the difference between the hand single stab and ground pound. That one. Oh, my God. And his 3-hit combo. This one. Oh, my God. This is just terrible. We'll be alright, but I don't like messing up this much. This Frost Blast is like... it's my best friend. I can't talk smack about it. Yay! Yeah, no, Ketterums. We've got it covered. Okay.
Somebody order a pizza.
Thank you for the follow. Alright, that was an ugly fight, but it's fine. Indeed. It's a very stylish snowman. Dapper, if a bit drippy. Better on carpet than hardwood floors, this snowman. Alright, to the Astrolab, we're pretty rich. Well, we got a pretty low HP pool. Not sure what that cap is about, but the snowman toots only after garlic chicken. Woo! Oh, you bastard. Alright, I'm sipping. I'm not taking that chance. So, that was the slowdown. That's my one pet peeve about anything that's icy, is enemies get way slowed down. But we will be just fine. Oh no, that's not dumb. The game doesn't make it very clear what's going on with that custom rune derivative, in my opinion. Fair enough. Oh my goodness, that slowdown. Yeah. Failed experiment. I'm not going to handle you that way anymore. Just going to start up your melee combo. Oh shit. Let's get to our food shop. We've got a guaranteed one here. Is that a curse chest? Oh, I was gonna say, what? Don't know if I've ever seen that here. Yup. Slammer birds are quite the pain. Cool derivative. Let's get to know each other a little better before we start talking about your stream, though. Thank you, Black Power. If y'all like Dead Cells, we do Curse Sword runs, no hit 5BC runs. We've got 17 of those now. Most recent one is real quick, 45-26 on the in-game timer. It's very hard with the new melees, but we got it done. Oh shit! Get out of here. Get out of here, librarian. That worked out. The YouTube channel also has a lot of other blind playthroughs. Also, we did a no damage full completion of Cuphead. 100% save file, no damage taken. That was hard as hell. Took 144 tries for that one. Thank you. Yeah, that'll happen, Black Power. That'll happen here too, though, but only to break chat rules, so... Yeah. Let's not. We can go there. No, didn't mean to eat it. Did not mean to eat it. Everybody's always welcome, but we got to enforce rules so that everyone feels welcome. A little paradoxical, but we try to strike the balance. Alright, we still got 14 grand. That's more than enough to reroll our mutations. And if we really need that health, now we have directly next to a teleporter 100% heal, because that 50% heal in a food shop gets doubled by gastronomy, and it's healing efficacy. Eat it. I'm gonna eat this. That's 15% extra damage now. What's up, Lumen? Hello! Hope new work is still swimming along nicely. We are using a weird Frosty loadout as Frosty. And yeah, that totally makes sense, Black Power. I think that's pretty common when people get comfortable. They like to loosen up. But I can say for sure, on the channel page, there's some pretty hard and fast things that no matter how comfortable you feel, racism shit, homophobic shit, non-inclusive shit, none of that will ever fly. And we police that pretty hard, pretty quickly. So not a lot of second chances if you go down that road. It's just not how we are. Yes, I love that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kidderms. I lost my first Thunder Shield blueprint. And then without Hunter's Nade, the dumb luck was ridiculous. The next time we went to the Astrolab, it dropped again. That's awesome, Lou. Well, that is like exactly the good thing to hear, but that's awesome. Fist bump. Sorry, that wasn't me punching you. No. That's me trying to fist bump with the camera. Fist bumping in 1080p, although I think my cam is probably 720. Early bird, hello! Oh, it is cool. Interesting. Oh, shit, yeah, Bloodrin. On the... This is to get your third cell? Good luck. Yeah! Thunder Shield, I think it's the Defenders. The little shield generator carrier guys. I'm sorry, Dirka.
Somebody order a pizza?
Thank you for the follow. I can say this, Black Power. Typically when people are this worried about saying something wrong or getting banned, just through the natural course of time, they do. So my advice would be to choose words carefully and maybe like read the room a bit. And yeah, so regardless of what your opinion on things are, there's also like a, you know, mood that we're cultivating. And at the end of the day, it is in fact my show. So I get final cut on what flies and doesn't. So if something is going on in your life that's tough, that's absolutely cool to talk about. I'm not going to be like, hey, let's keep it positive. Don't tell me you just got fired. That sucks. That's a buzzkill. It's not about buzzkill stuff, but it is, you know, we're not just going to shit on things. We're not going to, you know, not ever going to talk smack about other streamers or content creators, or we'll like joke about games sometimes, but nice, Lumen. Well, it sounds like you've got a hell of a future there. And even like further down the road, even if that particular position isn't what you're doing in a long time, it sounds like even now, if you had to leave, you'd get a hell of a recommendation letter as well, so. But yeah, the point is, so if somebody has like something sad going on in their life, like I'm pretty open about that stuff, and that's cool. You know, I had a friend pass away in 2020. We were talking about that. It's, you know, it's sad stuff, but it's fine. It's life. Life is real shit going on. But like kind of casual hobby talking of things? No. What's up, Zero Wake? No, stench. It is something to me. I love when people win. First time victories give me the... I always liken it to Obi-Wan, only instead of like a million voices crying out in agony because somebody blew up Alderaan with the Death Star. It's like the good kind where I'm like, oh, the hand of the king just died somewhere. And thank you, Zero. I'm scared of this bird. I don't like slammer birds, man. They're scary beasts. Well, as somebody, so once upon a time, when I was still working my office job, I was involved in the training for my department, and like there was a lot to learn, and it was a lot of like in-house specific stuff that you just, no way to teach it other than to practice, lots of repetition, lots of practice, lots of difficult stuff, just, a lot of hands-on time. So it's probably in the end 60 to 100 hours of like one-on-one, like we're like going over stuff together, like, so the training's really intense is the point. And I have had lumens start as the trainee where I'm like, yes!
Somebody order a pizza?
Catch on quickly, working hard, like taking initiative, but also like paying attention when specific requests are made. Like, it's just when someone's really clicking and doing a good job, it feels awesome. I'm sure to be, getting that good feedback as the trainee. It's equally as pleasurable as the trainer. My point is, you're giving someone a very low stress week compared to what their week could have been. Bump. All right. Oh dear. And yeah, Zero, this one, I'm enjoying being a snowman with the frost power. I'm also a big fan of just having red frost blast as well. Oh no! It's okay. We've got food for sale. We've got food like on the map, I think, as well. That's... hell yeah. That's super beautiful, because I feel like if your quick progress has led them to start giving you like more real assignments than they normally would, I feel like that means there are quite a few things to be done that they will be continually pleased that are getting done, because they now have someone who can do them like competently. So that's gonna be awesome. Yes, indeed. I'm a snowman who spits hot fire, but the open mic isn't till after the collector fight. I understand that feeling, Kedropes. I can say, without knowing your specific situations at all, that having felt that about specific people, relatives or close friends that were close at a time and then not so close at other times, life is long, the world's pretty small, and you will undoubtedly in the narrative of your life have acts 1, 2, 3, and characters will pop back in and pop out. There's a song I really like called 5 Minutes from Jail, but it reminds you that sometimes the hardest part in life is you can't really control who stays and who goes in your life all the time. But all that to say, there was a time where I thought I'd never speak to either of my parents again. That ship sailed a long time ago. Now I am perfectly happy to like chill with them and hang out. Point is, there's a bunch of folksy wisdom about burning bridges, but I can say that as someone who has burnt so many bridges, sometimes you regret it a lot, and life is long and you can have regrets forever. So. Playing on the highest difficulty, 0. Yeah, 5 cell. Okay, let's go buy some food. And then... yeah, we'll have full health. We're about to win this fight. It's gonna be a weird one. Yeah. Do damageless 5 BC as well, 0. So we have 17 of those victories where we take the cursed sword and kick everybody's ass without letting them kick ours. Thank you, Lou. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I want replacement gear, and I don't think I do. I think this is all good enough, and he's gonna get wrecked. Also, left side tower. I didn't even clock that. Alright, it's not going to go well for the collective. I can promise you that. Zero, this is a special location that's only available on the highest difficulty. So all the other runs on 0, the first 5 difficulty tiers, those end at the Hand of the King fight. 5 BC runs go to one more world area after that, and then one more boss after that. We're about to fight that last boss. So if you don't want to see like spoilery things, now would be a good time to dip out, maybe. I was not. I was actually on Team Nintendo, but my first console would have been an Atari. Because I started playing Atari when I was like 2 something? 2.5 maybe? And then we didn't get our Nintendo until I was like 4. But that was like, Nintendo was the one. And then Sega was always like, yeah, you go down the street to your friend's house to play Mortal Kombat with the blood on, because the Super Nintendo version was all censored and stuff. And yeah, Luthmir, I have fought the collector successfully with Frost Blast in the past. Not for a while. What's up, Jinxie? No, for Atari would have been Moon Patrol, Missile Command, Jungle Hunt. There were little Olympics games that were super weird, where you got like 1 pixel of a guy trying to do a ski jump. Stuff like that. Well, good to see you, Jinxie. Dude, Pitfall. Yeah, Pitfall. That game. That game was... I don't know if difficult is the right word, but it was difficult, among other things. Yeah, exactly. You show me... That's the kind of thing also where, like, you're never going to believe as a kid. There's always the kid at school who claims he got to the end, and you're like, did you really? It's not like you're going to go look at his sweet YouTube vid for his proof. You're just going to, like, either believe him or not. And then, you know, his uncle works at Nintendo, he gets Nintendo Power, he works at Nintendo Power. Like, you can never really trust. But yeah, I think that's like a good instinct, though. As a kid, you're just like, wait, where's the end, though? And they're like, maybe there's not one. And you're like, no, I'm going to find the end of this. Okay, so there's another thing. That guy wasn't taking cleaver damage because he was frozen. The frozen people don't take new bleed, I think. I don't know if that's intentional, but it certainly hasn't always been this way. And my sinew slicer earlier was just going right through people who were frozen. Yeah, this is working out. Well, that's part of why I'm drawn to games like this, Early Bird, is that, you know, if for just depending on generation, like when people started playing games, for some people it's a new concept to, like, you know, you die and you have to start over. For me, that was, you know, that was the assumption for the longest time. If you have a continue, you're like, shit, yeah, I've got one continue. So that's part of why I like roguelikes so much, is they scratch that unforgiving itch. Me too, Zoom. I'm glad you like it. I like it. I'm loving this. Oh shit, those spikes! So, fun fact about those spikes. I never got hit by them for, like, I think over a year. And I learned to mostly ignore them as not a big threat. And now I've been hit by them like 3 times this month. So weird. I don't know if they changed them or if I've changed. I don't know. I try not to think about it too much, so it doesn't get in my head. Well, Zero, I would say the start would just be keep trying. Oh god, yeah. Punch Out in Metroid, where yeah, it's a 17 factor 48 character password. They have to like fax your grandma on the fax machine to confirm that it's really you, so you can get back to your progress. Ooh, I feel like if for the games that did have save files, I feel like I would just try to blow on it until my save file came back. All right. Farewell. We got him. Hell yeah. Time for some Medivalian. That was a weird loadout. I liked it. And it worked surprisingly well. That's what's great. Like, Dead Cells gear, most of the time, I like to think I know how it's going to feel and play in a run. But that one, I would have really underestimated its efficiency. I would have said, like, yeah, we can do it, but I'd be moving more slowly or taking a lot of malaise or something, but no, that was actually just, like, straight up good.